a man that lived in the 3rd century, a Roman priest, a bishop that lived named Saint Valentine. And it was recorded that history had it that there was a time actually where there is an emperor named Emperor Claudius II, right? So what that emperor did was that he believed that single soldiers will fight better. Like he believes, in the Roman Empire then they need soldiers to fight. So the emperor believed that if people get married, they no longer fight again. Like they are not active more in war. Because they say marriage will make you to become a finished man. So I actually studied some of this Chinese monk lifestyle before, and I realized they always say that if you remain single without marrying, you have a lot of potentials and all of that. But as I advanced, I discovered that in the beginning it was not so. So it was actually believed that single people will fight more battles, they'll be more deliberate, they're more intentional. So the emperor decided to banish or ban marriage. You see how the thing is now? He said there will be no more marriage in this kingdom, so that he can have a lot of unmarried people to be going for war for him. Right? But there is a priest. His name is Saint Valentine. And it was Saint Valentine that secretly decided to conduct marriage for single people. So in as much as he banned marriage, the priest decided that no, he will continually get people married. So he ensured that he conducted the ceremony. So he looked at what the emperor passed as a law, to actually be unjust. That people should be given the right whether to get married or not to get married, right? It should not be because the emperor needed soldiers, then he should decide to subject everybody to eunuchhood. You understand the point now? So the saint decided that, see, if you want to get married, still come, I will find a way secretly and do it. And mind you, I told you the Catholic Church was the pure church, but when it became Roman Catholic Church, it was corrupted. Roman Catholic Church, as it were now, actually is not the Catholic Church. I know you are saying the Catholic Church was the church that Jesus instituted. The Roman Catholic Church is a political church. When the Roman government take over the Catholic Church, now they decide what happened in the church. Do you understand? If you study Roman history, you understand what I'm saying. That's where they changed a lot of things. But the real Catholic Church was actually very Pentecostal. Acts of the Apostles is a Pentecostal church. Is it not true? And that was what was passed. And the first church was a Catholic church. So when the Roman government came, they took away the spirituality, give them custom so that they can control them. And that was what happened then. Right? So Saint Valentine was part of those people that insisted that, see, people should get married. Love is beautiful. And he was a priest. Imagine a priest know the value of marriage, even though he was a eunuch. I hope he's safe. Yeah, he's safe. I hope so. But I'm just trying to let you understand there was something he knew that made him decide that truly is not good for singles to be alone. Right? So after he did that, he was martyred. In fact, he was persecuted heavily. He was arrested. He was beaten. And he was executed on February 14, 2269. That's 269 AD in Rome. So what we celebrate today actually was truly his execution. He's dead. But before his execution, something happened. When he was put in prison, history had it that there was the jailer, right? He befriended the daughter of the jailer. The jailer actually has a daughter. And when he was in prison, sometimes they come around there. So he fell in, I don't want to say he fell in love, but he taught her love. Right? She get to see the beauty of love. He befriended her to a point where she get to also like him. You get the point? And before his execution, history had it that he actually sent her a final note. Right? When he sent the final note, he sent to her and signed and say, your Valentine. See how the thing is now? He sent her a final note, right? Because he is about to be, if you are about to be executed, they will say, okay, say some final and all of that. So he failed to send a letter to her. And when he sent it, of course, the closing remark was, of course, from your Valentine. And since from then, history had it that we picked this to become a moment for us to send affectionate messages, establishing the strong foundation. While when it's Valentine time, everybody wants to share love because someone truly in the midst of hatred. Normally, you should find a way to kill the jailer's daughter. Is that not true? But even though the jailer's daughter was remind him of the jailer, he still show her love. And even when the jailer decided to kill him, right, he didn't find a way to escape that. He still sent her a letter to still explain, to let her understand the power of love. And at the tail end, he still wrote, this is still coming from your Valentine. In the midst of hatred, in the midst of evil, in the midst of martyrdom, somebody still remember love. Until today, the jailer can never forget how he went after killing somebody that his only offense was love, and he wants other people to experience love. His daughter will never forgive him for that. You should know that. Since today, it gives us a memory, an affection that love truly heals. So Saint Valentine, as of then, is seen as somebody that preaches love. He preaches, actually, he preaches love, preaches unity, so that people can be healed from the bondages of life and the traumas in their heart. He believes that love truly is a medicine, and it heals everything. That if you see somebody confused, if you see somebody that is broken, all what the person needs is a touch of love. So it was him that established that identity all through. So you see, you're not just looking for who will send you flowers. You have to understand that deep within that there is a sacrifice. Deep within that, somebody in the midst of hate still decided to choose love. And that's why I've always said, love is something you must learn. Do you understand? And that re-establishes the same question I asked. Have you learned to love? Ask your neighbor for the last time, have you learned to love? I hope you will not learn it late. Because at the tail end, the jailer learned love. No, truly he learned love. But it seems to be already late. Okay. So today, February 14, actually is a moment to remind us again that somebody loved